Hey, welcome back to another day, another vlog. Good to see you all back on the channel. Here we are, day 6, I think it is for us. No, not day 6. What's today? Wednesday, day 5. Day 5. Friday's day 7. So yeah, day 5. Losing it. Hope you're all well. Hope everything is donkey dory wherever you are around the world, and you're staying safe and sound. If you're in lockdown like myself, in isolation, how are you getting through it each day? Are you surviving? Well, there's a couple of things you can do. The first one, if you do follow the channel, the website, probably more so the Instagram, you know that I use Nisi filters on the camera. I've got the new black mist quarter on here as well that I've been trying, and I've only had it for this since we started back up again. So it's something that my mates over at Ingaf in the in UK got me onto. So I've been trying that. So I don't know if you've noticed a difference. Should be a little bit softer, light, not as harsh. So yeah, trying to make it a little bit better. But as a supporter of Nisi, I've sort of started with their natural night filter and was pretty impressed with that. Then I went over to their CPL filters, and now I've got their whole set. I've got all their long exposure ones. So I use them predominantly. I'm pretty happy with what they provide for the cost. And plus I get them in Australia. They have the best, without a doubt, I can say the best delivery service in Australia. It is totally ridiculous. I don't know if I've just been lucky, but generally I could order stuff in from New South Wales, and I had one, I think I told you on one of the Another Day, Another vlogs. It arrived the next morning at like 10 o'clock. It was just ridiculous. So they have a fantastic logistics set up there at Nisi, and yeah, big shout out to those guys. It is always awesome service. So if you need something urgent and you're desperate, call the guys at Nisi. I don't know how they do it. They've got someone in their dispatch team there is a bloody legend. But they really know how to get the stuff out at the right times to hit the right planes to get it. And that's even in COVID. So they're doing a really good job. So, well, they've got I digress, as always, when I waffle on. But they've got a competition on at the moment, and it's all about lockdown. So keeping people like myself in isolation, locked down. You've only got your house, and maybe like me, I've got a 4 by 6 foot square balcony to stand on. That's the only fresh air I get. Haven't seen the sun since I arrived, because the sun's over that side of the building, and on this side it's just all shadows. So that's the only, and it's still sort of reasonably cool. So it'd be nice to go and sit out in the sun for a little bit, but nothing. That's the downside. If you're on that side, you're laughing at the sun all day. They're probably sick of the sun. But Nissi's got this at-home competition on at the moment. It's a fantastic competition. All you have to do is just take some photos around your house. Grab your camera, whether it's macro. Yesterday I've already put up a couple of examples. I had a play yesterday. I just wanted a break, so I got my camera and had a play. I took some photos of the blinds in the bathroom, and just using that beautiful those like contoured colors and lights and shadows in the blinds to just give that, I guess, artistic sort of a picture. And I think it came up good. I put it into black and white, and it came up really good. Don't forget to take a behind the scenes one, because you can get an extra prize if you do win it. And I think there's some really good prizes, like a $1,200 landscape kit, hats and lights, and even one of their 15mm Sunstar lenses up for grabs. So some great prizes. And to be honest, the biggest thing about it gives you something to think about other than what you're doing stuck inside a room. I haven't stopped editing since I got here on Friday. So yesterday for me was a great little break, just to switch off and to just go out and do something different. So I did that, and then last night was a full moon. Went and had a look, got photo pills out, seeing where the moon was coming. It come between two big buildings. One was my work, and the other one was another big hotel and a big crane. So it looks like the moon's hanging off a crane. Had a play with that last night, and it come up right. I don't think my blend was 100% on the moon, but there's some other photos there that come up really good. So it's pretty easy. It's not about a world-class photo. It's just about a bit of fun, something to keep you mentally stimulated. And look, thanks to Nisi, that's a pretty cool thing to do, and to offer up some great prizes too. You know, that's always good. It gives you something sort of, I guess, to aim for, which is better than sitting here watching Days of Our Lives for 25 weeks straight, like Sydney probably has. So, look, go check that out. You can check it out on the Instagram page, or you can go over to Nisi's web page and check them out. Look, they're a great supporter of the photography community in Australia, so it's nice to give them a shout out. And they make great filters, so I have no problems supporting them. Not a sponsored thing, but I just thought it's a good little comp, and I've already had a bit of a play, and it made my day yesterday. Hopefully, it will help you out in your day. So go check it out. Now, look, you all know I love electric stuff. I think it's definitely coming. Well, we know it's definitely coming now. I've been saying it for a couple of years. And it's also something I'm pretty keen on getting into. I'd love a Rivian Ute. I think that'd be worth investing the money in. I think I'd enjoy that. I think they've done the right thing, and they've got a really good product. Well, I've looked at bikes. I've looked at scooters. You all know one of my biggest videos on the channel is how they're all banned here in Australia. Anything that's over 250 watts, still all illegal wherever you go. Some jurisdictions are better, some aren't. Queensland's got a little bit better, but they're still pretty much illegal. So you either got to go and risk it, spend 3 or 4 grand on a scooter, and then risk getting fined if you get a cop on a bad day, which is not something you really want to do. You shouldn't have to do in these days and age. Well, look, the other option is a bike. Now, scooters are way ahead of bikes. For whatever reason, the scooters have you can get faster scooters and range on a scooter than you can a bike. But most of the bikes are racers, and I'm very anti-racer. I have been my whole life. I'm a BMXer. I raced BMX when I was a kid. I rode a racer in high school in grade like 9 or 10, and then I got rid of that and never rode one again. I hate them. Can't stand them. I don't think it's a real bike. I'm sorry. It might be polarizing, but I don't like it. I'm a BMXer. I like being able to go off dirt road and just ride around. I've done hundreds of Ks on BMX in a ride. I've ridden them everywhere my whole life. I love them. I've still got a BMX. I've got a PK Ripper and a Flowable Flyer, and I've still got my original older brother's race bike from 37 years ago. So they've never had an electric BMX. They've said they were BMXy, but they were just really more mountain bikes. And even mountain bikes, as soon as you have multiple gears, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a BMX. One gear and off-road, and be able to go out and have a little bit of fun. That's what it's all about, and still get you from A to B. Well, that's changed. Finally, we've got someone that's actually, I guess, thinking on the same level as me. Zeus Bikes. That was a long introduction. Zeus Bikes. Go check them out. They have the Urban Ultralight. I'll put a link below, and if you use my name in the coupon code, you'll get $75 off. Now, they're not cheap. It's because all electric bikes are not cheap. Generally, a decent bike's a couple of $1,000 minimum. A decent scooter, like the Wolf, is like 3-4 grand. So this is along the same sort of line. So this is $3,100 for the 1100 watt. I think it's a little bit cheaper, like 27 or 2600 for the 15 or 750 watt version, depending on what you want. I'm all about getting the best one. If you're going to spend that money, get the best one, and then it's going to last, and you've got some extra, something to grow into. Very, very cool. Looks like a BMX. It's a chromoly frame, so it's not the alloy frames that we're used to on BMX, but it's chromoly. You're going a lot faster. Your crashes are probably going to be bigger. It needs that extra strength for that steel in there. So I have no problems with that. It's not going to be something you go down and do freestyle or tricks. I'm sure there's going to be guys that do it. That it's going to be pretty cool to see that when they hit the jumps at that sort of speed. But look, I think it's going to be very, very cool. Now, the 1100 is the top of the range one for them. 130 chromoly frame. As I said, $3,100 US. Now, it's not available to ship outside the US. So you're going to have to use a reshipper and get it boxed and framed. It's going to come apart in like a bike box. Freight's going to be a little bit exy. So just be aware of that at the moment. But they are a growing company. So hopefully we can get them to grow bigger, and then they'll expand and get dealers in each country. So that'll be pretty cool. But if you are in the States, this would be a great one for you. Now the 1100 is 1600 watts, so heaps of grunt. Max speed of 60 k's roughly. I think it's 33 miles an hour, so about roughly, let's just call it 60 k's, or 50 to 60 k's. So that's pretty decent. That's hooting on a BMX, let me tell you. 30 to 40 mile range. That's pretty cool. So that's going to be well in excess of 50, 60 k's. That's good. That's good riding. There's pedal assist too, so you don't have to use the battery the whole time. But it's going to be great when you get to those big steep hills with one gear. Oh yeah, I'm just going to whack it in electric. So that's really going to be good. 30 kilos in weight, so it's got a fair bit of weight, and there's probably 90% of that's going to be that battery and the rear hub. That's where all your extra weight. Other than that, it's just a standard chromoly bike. Then they were never light. My first mini Mongoose was half chromoly, and it was nowhere near light. So yeah, very cool. 52 volt direct drive pedal assist to help with the police in certain situations. You need pedal assist to even get close to the laws, so that'll be good for Australia. And it'll take 150 kilos, so you can take yourself and a backpack, so your camera bag or whatever, and then you can just run off into the forest and go do some fun stuff. So look, very, very cool. As I said, I've looked for a long time. Who did I contact? I've contacted SE Bikes to see if they've got anything in the range coming. So PK Ripper and Electric, one of them. I looked at Kuahara. Kuahara's got nothing. They got a couple of bikes, but they seem to have died off a little bit in the bike range. Santa Cruz has great electric mountain bikes, but no BMXs. There's really no others that got a proper BMX frame that's electric, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the only one I would buy. So this here is, I think, fantastic. If you're a BMXer at heart like myself, go check these guys out. If you live in the States and you've got the cash and you'd be thinking about electric bike, this is the one for you. Hook them up. There's a link below that'll help me out, and use that coupon. They'll give you at least $75 off. You get yourself a new pair of sneakers to wear out on the track, or a new helmet if you're going to go nuts on the ramps with it. So Zeus Bikes. There you go. Fun, fun, fun. Instagram, the famous swipe up. So we all see it in all the ads, in the reels and all the stuff where you go to look at a product. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. What's that all about? Swipe up. That's gone. That's done. That's done and dusted. I think this week they'll finish that up. It's going to be replaced by Instagram stickers. So you'll have a sticker over a picture. You'll hit that sticker, and that'll be a link to whatever page you need to go to, so to their web store or whatever. So Instagram's been around. It was probably the big one to start with. It was all about the photos and all that. It's copped a hiding. I guess being part of Facebook has not helped its reputation. Things have changed. Everyone seems to be into the TikToks and they're into the movies now. They're not into the solid pictures. That's not enough adrenaline or serotonin to the brain, I think. So look, it's all changing, but look, so it's sort of sad to see it go, but it's good to see it evolving a little bit. Now, the other side of that, Instagram and Facebook may be parting ways. Some government regulators are definitely keen on, and they've actually mentioned to send a report last week how they think Facebook needs to split up with Instagram and have a separate company. So we'll keep an eye on that one, and once we get a little bit more clarification, a little bit more finite detail on that, and it's actually going to happen. I can't see it happening. They spent a lot of money on it, a couple of billion, I think, when they bought it. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, and if they actually do end up just splitting it and parting ways. Very, very interesting from Mr. Zuckerberg. And last but not least, the Canon R3. We might be finally getting it. Now, this bad boy camera, everyone's hanging for it. I know. Look, I can't afford it. It's going to be a $10,000 camera here in Australia without fail, which, funnily enough, is going to be the same price as the 1DX Mark III, their top of the range camera. I can't see it being any less, maybe 9,000. Still a pro camera. I can't see it getting my hands on one unless I go in the shop and ask if I can have a play with it, which would be nice, actually. I'll see if I can once I ever get out of here. Maybe next time I get back to Perth for my week off. But look, it's coming, and looks like we've finally got a date. Over at Canon Rumours, they're saying their sources have let them in that September the 14th. So not too far away. Was it 30 days? Maybe we'll say seven, probably about 3 weeks away. So not too far. Could be the day, September the 14th. Put that in your diary. We could finally get the R3 if you put in your pre-order here in Australia. I think most of them was like $500 or $100. Pre-order, get ready to shell out your cash because your camera will be there, and you better be first in queue because I don't know how many you're going to have. Now, all reports, it performed really, really well at the Olympics and had a really good showing. So Canon might finally have a good release here. They needed one after the R5 and all this crap we went through last year with the overheating. It'd be nice to get Canon to get one out there without too much dramas and too many issues evolving from it. So looking forward to it, and looking forward to finally getting the full rundown on this, what we've heard of, beast of a camera next month. So look forward to that one. Okay, doke, wherever you're going, that was way delayed. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.